You won't believe what unfolded at our company gathering. I was in the middle of telling a story, finishing the last sip of my usual cinnamon tea, when she walked in from the kitchen holding a mug. You know how these corporate events go, endless toasts to the business, to friendship, to success, to everything and nothing at once. Glasses clinked, laughter rippled through the room, and for a while, I let myself drift with the current. Just enjoying the atmosphere. No dramatic gestures, no bold speeches, just me puffing out my cheeks, strolling around like I had effortless charm. Well, mostly effortless. She glanced at me with slightly raised brows, sipping her drink as though she were grieving something. Her expression hovered somewhere between mild curiosity and quiet judgment. I kept up the playful chatter, letting the light-hearted mood carry me along. Anna, take a look at everyone here, I teased. Doesn't the whole office seem to be glowing tonight? Who's that? Marina from accounting, right? Always mixing up her files with spreadsheets. Don't you think she's entertaining? Anna tilted her head, puzzled. Do I like her? She asked. I shrugged with mock offense. Not really my type. She practically lives at the office anyway. And what about Sylvia from HR, remember her? The one in the red dress, always flirting? She never lets up. Anna let out a short laugh, a small smile flickering across her lips before fading again. So, you're the office Casanova, huh? I chuckled, though a part of me was drawn to the way she said it. Then suddenly, something shifted. Her face hardened, her eyes narrowing, lips pressed tightly together. Are you serious? She asked quietly, her tone sharp. That's when I felt the air change, heavy and cold. All right, I said, raising my hands as if to surrender, swaying slightly as I paused in the kitchen. I could tell the night was about to change. I followed her as she drifted toward the living room. Anna curled up on the couch, pulling her legs close beneath a blanket. Her voice was low, hesitant. Andrew, remember the New Year's party 2 years ago? I nodded slowly, unsure where she was leading. Yeah, I remember. I had to stay at work until midnight. Couldn't make it to pick you up. You came home later, said you'd had a great time. My brow furrowed, tension crawling into my chest. Why? What's wrong? She hesitated, her voice tight. The boss was there. You know him. A cold wave of anxiety swept through me. I forced myself to stay still, though my stomach twisted. She turned her head away, her voice trembling. We were drunk. Just that once. I froze. Wait, what? The words slipped out in a whisper. She looked at me then, and I saw it written in her eyes. Raw, unfiltered pain. I cheated on you, she confessed. Her admission hit me like a lightning strike. My chest clenched, my pulse hammered. What did you do? My voice shook. It was years ago, she said quickly, words tumbling out as if she were trying to outrun them. I buried it. I wanted to forget. It didn't mean anything. My hands trembled. And you call that nothing? I snapped. Tears streamed down her cheeks, her face twisted with anguish. Andrew, I never wanted this. I thought I could handle it. But please, do you even hear yourself? Rage burned through me, hot and relentless. You betrayed me. And now you're acting like it was nothing. She reached for me, but I pulled back. Don't touch me, I barked, stepping away. Her hands flew up, covering her face as if to shield herself from the storm breaking inside me. I want to fix this, she whispered. Fix it. My voice cracked under the weight of fury and disbelief. Do you really think you can fix this? Overwhelmed, I grabbed my jacket and stormed toward the door. Where are you going? She cried. Enough! I shouted, not stopping. The door slammed shut behind me, rattling the glass and echoing through the hallway. Outside, the cold bit into me, but I barely felt it. The city pulsed with life, cars rushing past, streetlights buzzing, windows glowing with warmth, but I felt utterly alone. 8 years. 8 years I had trusted her without question. And now it all seemed like a carefully crafted illusion. My mind drifted back to the day we first met at that bookstore, her laugh so bright and unguarded. How had it all collapsed into this? Why had she done it? Why reveal it now, after all this time? Was I to blame, always buried in work? No. No, this was her decision. A heavy lump rose in my throat. The woman I believed in, the one I had built my world around, had shattered it in a single confession. Tomorrow loomed dark and uncertain. Everything I thought unshakable now felt like shards of glass slipping through my fingers, impossible to piece back together. The night stretched endlessly as I stood alone, replaying it all in my head. Laughter and betrayal blending into a cruel, discordant song. Every memory, every shared smile, now poisoned by deceit. And I realized then, some wounds cut too deep to heal, some trust too fragile to ever restore. So I remained there, swallowed by the vast city, consumed by questions with no answers, staring into a future that had suddenly become unbearably uncertain.